cup. Good morning from the shell. Super fast.
Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Good friends and trends that bend the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with super fast tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow. Good vibes from head to toe.
Hello. Guess what's happening today, everybody? Look at that. Look at that. 1,000 subscribers hit. Hillbilly is getting his
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, and we got Hero Wave. What's up?
Yo, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, cool indeed. So Hillbilly made a deal with his subscriber base that if he hit 1,000 subscribers, you shave his head. He hit 1,000 subscribers.
Oh boy. Oh baby.
What are you trying to do there?
You're gonna look
It's
good, bald
insanity.
man. Welcome to the club.
That's right. That's right. Welcome to the club. All bald people rule. That's just in case those people forgot. Those people with long, luxurious locks. They don't know what it's like to be
How easy it is.
Oh, my wife, you know, she has strong hair and everything. She shampoos, but when she gets out of the shower, she's like, I hate how long it takes for your hair to dry. I'm like, me too.
I don't even have a StreamYard. I need to sign up for this.
It's pretty good for a free program. It gets better when you pay for it.
Yeah.
But you know, it's only worth it if you stream a lot. I stream every Tuesday through Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it works out for me.
Is there a way I can see everybody at once, or does it just how does that work?
Like, you mean like
Yeah,
that?
like that. Oh, okay. So that's something that you have to control, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. We just highlighting Hillbilly because he's shaving his head.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool. So I know this is your first time on the show. How you doing?
Good, man. Yeah, just deal with some work stuff. Tends to happen when I'm off, so it is what it is. But I am off today, so we'll be trying to get some games in later for sure. I just built a new deck in physical form, so I'm down to try it out.
All right, yeah. If you guys want to check out Hero, his link is in the chat right now.
Gracias.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Check that out. And let's say hello to people in chat. We got TCG Dude.
Really, King Shaker?
Yes, we got DeLawson. Whoop.
What's up, D. Lawson?
And DeLawson's like, ooh, a bald hillbilly. Signs of moonshine. All right. Chain Shaker Hillbilly said today would be fire. Well, it is fire. Look at that. See, there's a lot of love in this imagery you see now. See, Mrs. Hillbilly does not want him to lose his hair, but she's willing to cut it for him so it looks nice. All right. Cutting his hair doesn't quite fit unless he burned it off. You know, when I was younger, I shaved my hair because I knew from a young age I was going to go bald. And so there'd be times I shaved my head bald. And one time I was working for a company, and this company was very lax because it was very new. And I set my head on fire before, and tell you what, it hurts.
Oh.
I mean, we had everything ready so people can throw on a towel and extinguish the fire. But yeah. Woo. So
I'll catch you up later.
Boo. You got a bald hillbilly. Thank you, Mrs. Billy. You rock. You roll. She's gonna go off to a corner and cry because her beautiful hair is gone.
Yeah. Now that's a lot of hair.
That is a lot of hair. Woo-hoo.
My hair
Well,
grows back. My hair grows thick anyway,
uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
it grows pretty fast too.
That's right. So normally how this show is structured, because Hero's new. It's like for the first 10, 15 minutes, sometimes more, varying on it. We just kind of chat and chill and have a good time. Then we go into a segment where we talk about card of the day and show off some pictures that Tortoise made, trying to be clever. Then we go into the topic. So the topic is there. The topic's not the hair, but Cane Shaker says use the hair as a channel giveaway.
Cane Shaker will be the #1 winner.
Right? Dawson says you just saved money on shampoo and conditioner.
Hey, you know what?
Sure
Though,
did.
that you still have to shampoo your head, though. Yeah, you still
Yep.
have to wash your head.
That's right.
Even without having a lot of hair.
Right.
That's right.
I still do this. I still do it too. You
I
just don't
could-
use as much. You don't use as much. That's
Right.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the topic? What do we like to
So
talk
when we
about?
get to the topic, we're going to talk about what it means to be original in Magic the Gathering. So that's going to be the essence of the show. Right now,
Sure.
we're in the chat and chill portion. We're just chatting and chilling. In fact,
Gotcha.
there's a lot of us who are sitting here wondering, what does Hero do? What does Hero? Who's this Hero guy?
Oh man, on the spotlight. Well, just like in general, or just like
Like in general, your YouTube, your socials, a little bit about you and your love for Magic.
yeah, so I've been playing consistently Magic. I would say I jumped right into Commander. I did dabble a little bit in Standard around Ixalan block. But and I kind of started a little bit before that. I think it was around like I want to say 2017, 2018, where I really got back introduced into it and really wanted to. I've always been a fan of trading card games, literally since I was in elementary school with Pokemon, collecting Pokemon cards and shit. So I've always been a big fan of that aspect of of just trading card games. So for a long time, I did that growing up, and then the real card game that I ended up getting into officially was Yu-Gi-Oh. So I in high school time, I really got into Yu-Gi-Oh, and honestly, I played that game, pretty much. I don't know, up until the time I stopped. When I stopped playing was when I kind of transitioned into Magic. I went competitive with it. I kind of played for fun, but then I actually try to, be competitive in that game and go to tournaments and regionals and stuff like that. Eventually, though, I kind of just the game got really, 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 really complex. It got really aggressive, and we're to the point where it's like, if you didn't go every weekend to a tournament in my local area at some point, if like you miss tournaments, like you just kind of get pushed back and you lose that how do I say it, like you kind of lose the competitiveness and you just fall behind in the state of the game. There at that time frame, they didn't really have like fun casual formats in Yu-Gi-Oh. They kind of have that now,
Right.
like retro formats that are doing really good, but back then it didn't really have that, so it was kind of hard to keep in. And another problem that Yu-Gi-Oh had as a trading card game, and they still have this problem, is that if you're not caught up with the new cards, since it's only like, imagine if Magic only had Standard, and
Right.
you didn't. There's no other way. Like if you don't get that hot card now, like you can't effectively play the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you don't get those cards, and those cards come out, they're like hundreds of dollars, and you need 4 copies or 3 copies of them and all that kind of stuff. So the game gets really expensive if you're trying to keep up in a certain aspect. Yeah, you could play your fringe decks and stuff in that, of course, but to really keep up in the meta, you needed those
Right.
hot cards and you needed to keep up with it. And eventually I got to the point where I just kind of stopped wanting to do that. Like
Right.
work really became more prominent. I was trying to get into management. at work. I work for a grocery chain in Texas called HEB. So, just trying to, I was moving along with my lifestyle, and then trying to do that. It became very hard to do that in Yu-Gi-Oh. So I just kind of stopped playing, and but I've always had that like wanting to play a physical card game and stuff. So I eventually started looking at Magic, and I realized that in Magic, you really didn't have to. You can kind of just play kitchen table stuff. You can kind of just
Right.
play, make a deck, whatever. Which, long story short, it kind of trickled down to be playing kitchen table, but then that actually became a thing, and
Mm,
we learned about that, which was actually learned about Commander, where you take
right.
that legendary creature and you try to build something around that. And like so, long story short, I eventually got to that point where we were doing that. At that time frame, I had a lot of close friends that I knew from work, and just already that I had already knew that were getting into it, so they helped me get into it. Um, they've all since kind of fallen off of it. I feel like I'm the last one standing in a
Hmm.
way. If anything, I'm more into it now than I ever been. But I just kind of grew. Sorry to be so long about this, but I
You're
kind of
good.
just grew from there, and I've been playing. And like I said, I jumped right into Commander. I didn't really jump into Standard or anything first. So
That's
although
cool.
I kind of know about those formats, like, and I did a briefly. I played Pioneer about 2 years ago, but once again, Standard, Modern, Pioneer, maybe not to the same extent as like Yu-Gi-Oh, but
Mhm.
those are competitive formats. You have to go to tournaments. You have to be on top of the meta. Um, and once again, I just don't have the ability to do that right now. So it was
Right,
hard,
right.
you know. So Commander, what I love about Commander, I think the most thing I love about Commander is the fact that you can play whenever you want. All your cards are legal for for the most part. It's an eternal format. The idea of an eternal format and a singleton format. Both
Oh
of
yeah.
those things were so like attractive to me. Where I only need one card. If it's $40 card, I only need one. If for give it for the deck that I want or whatever. Um, and just that in itself was really attractive to me. It allowed me to continue to want to play and collect and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and just been playing ever since. And I honestly, it's been a long journey, and the game has changed so much. And now we have universes beyond, and I keep seeing myself, and I'm a big fan of everything that Magic kind of puts out. I find use for everything, and I'm actually just more excited now and more into the game now than I've probably ever been. So
Mhm.
yeah,
All right.
a little bit about me, I guess.
All right, that's cool. Like for those who don't know, the hero here, the hero Wave, has been chilling with us on Magic Nights and been playing Commander with us for several weeks now. It's kind of become a part of the channel, so much so. We got some good news and some sad news, and I say sad news because it's not bad. I
Yeah.
won't be able to mail the mugs off till
Hmm.
Friday. It's been pushed
Okay.
back, but there's a mug in there for Hero too.
Oh wow,
Cool.
thank you so
With
much, man.
stickers.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't even know. Appreciate that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a surprise.
I
Do
So yeah,
not,
appreciate it.
do not put the mug into a dishwasher though.
don't. Yeah,
Oh no, yeah.
it,
Oh,
like
good
they're not
stuff.
dishwasher or microwave friendly, but they look cool. I mean, they look like this.
I really appreciate it. So little funny story. When I started playing a lot of games with y'all, my fiance was really a big fan of your logo.
Hey,
So she loves your logo, so it's gonna be really cool. Like,
Cool.
like, like I advise, like it's good for coffee and stuff. That's why I made it for people on the channel. Um, like there's reasons why I can't get it till Friday, but Friday, I know like it's weird because usually you hear me say can't do it to next Monday, next week, and whatever. Now my weekend's been Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Monday's been the main day. But since wife's changing jobs, things are happening. Gotta wait
mm.
till Friday.
Oh, no problem. Hey, I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. I'm glad to be a part of the community.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed being around and being involved in the games, and I love how consistent. For the most part, our games have been. That last Joda game was brutal, brother. But
So,
But no, I'm just teasing. It was fun. I've been having a blast, and when I can jump in,
That's
I'm
awesome.
I'm glad I wasn't part of that Joe
Jesus Christ,
stream.
dude.
Glad I was sick.
I should have just played. I just should have just played something with blue. That's all I needed. I just needed a blue commander.
Well,
To
yeah,
help.
I mean, I know it's been weird, but I've been trying to rely on the bracket system to kind of judge the decks, but then
Yeah.
at the same time, like I keep telling people that the bracket system does not put in the fact that synergy changes the game.
Oh, 100%. It doesn't. It also doesn't, and never will trump over just talking about your deck. But what I like I said, what I was telling you later before, I really think that the bracket system in general, going forward,
Mhm.
when they refine it, even now, but when they refine it too, is 100% like a really great starter, like a conversation starter, to kind of like place the game where you kind of want it, and then you just kind of go from there.
Right,
So like if I say, hey, I want to play a bracket 3 game, that's already telling you I kind of want to play something more synergistic, a little bit more higher power, a little bit more optimized, and then we can just kind of talk from like how optimized are we talking? We're gonna
right,
do like fringe CDH, or we're gonna do just like really good synergistic typo decks, or what are we doing? You know what I mean?
right.
So
So here's the ranking on my deck. I took a picture of it so I can share with some people.
Wow.
Like the salt score is 40%. So that's telling you something, but it's saying the commander bracket is core 2, you know. So that's why I was trying to lean on. I'm like, well, like trying to trust the system. I'm like, well, it's a core 2, and everybody coming in is bringing like these pre-con style decks. That's core 2, and I thought, well, the maybe this is right. No, that game with the mill that
I just
happened.
think that happened, right, and then also like the early-ish type board wipe with
Right,
no way to just come back, and then obviously, I mean, like I said, that's why this game it was not really the best example, but it's an example of like what happens when you don't have interaction, and it
mm-hmm.
happens when you don't have any kind of board control from another player. Like none of us had anything to like answer the board state, and that's what things just snowball. So this is what happened, you know.
Right. And look, we got a Mana Monk in chat. Whoa, Mana Monk.
What's up, man? I'm up.
We got Tybalt. I reached out to him earlier about the mugs because there was an address thing I had to care about. And we got Mrs. Hillbilly, who we saw earlier, shaving that pretty head of hillbillies. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, check it out. But now, looking at the time frame, it is time to push over to the next bumper. The bumper.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. So many creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Whoa, everybody.
That was so sick.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie, that was badass.
Oh, well, there's 2 more of those. You'll see. So when we reach the first bumper, it says, hey, we were talking about anything, whatever. But the first bumper says, hey, we need to get back on track. And we get lost so much. And there's only one person here who knows how to get it back on track. And the sad thing is, I'm going on about this, but I really don't have a card of the day today. It's all Hillbilly's fault because Hillbilly reached 1,000 subscribers and cut his hair.
Woo! Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, by the way, Hillbilly. That's awesome, man.
Thank you.
So normally, right after the basic conversation, we go to the card of the day, and then that's when we have fun. And I had so many struggles today coming up with pictures of the day.
I can always suggest a card any day of the week. Just ask.
Right? I believe it. Well, like in Discord, there's always a segment for card of the day, picture of the day, question of the day. Like today's question of the day comes by Hillbilly. Tomorrow's will be by Matt Saxon because they actually lined up questions of the day. It was perfect. But now we're going to go into pictures of the day. The first picture we showed off the other day is a picture of Tybalt playing that Sweet Turtles cabinet.
Oh, that's
Teenage
cool.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Love that game.
Yeah. I don't know if you were able to pay attention, but I have that same cabinet right here.
Oh shit. That's
That's pretty cool. Yeah, but some pictures of the day, I kind of got creative and tried to do anything. So sometimes coffee is simply artwork.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is until it's gone. Mine is gone.
But then we'll work for coffee, we'll strike for coffee. It's about coffee.
Hey, you found Tibalt, didn't you?
Tibalt in the mix of one of his mad experiments. It's a very handsome face, I tell you what.
Yeah, you got the jacket and the lab, just like Tibalt.
Right?
Well, it
With
must
coffee.
be Tibalt.
It must be Tibalt. Or Mad Saxon. See, people tend to forget Mad Saxon is Tybalt's apprentice.
Yep.
So Mad Saxon himself is not Tybalt. It's like Frankenstein is not really Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein's monster.
That's correct.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. There we go. This is an image of me explaining how coffee and Magic the Gathering go together. Or it's just mad. I was trying to come up with some crazy artwork, and this is what it gave me, and I really liked the artwork. It stood out. It was like something classic.
I want to ask if you have to like message me about it, that's cool. But who do you use for your like images? Like what is it like? I know it's
Night
AI.
Cafe.
Night Cafe.
Yeah.
Is it like you have to pay for it or no?
It's free that you can pay for it for better stuff.
Right.
And I use the free version.
Because I do love. I will say I love AI imaging. Big fan of it, and I've been looking for more options in that realm.
Oh, I feel like I used to use Leonardo.ai until you got really greedy.
Oh yeah, me too. I was using them and another one. Ideogram, I think it was called, and then they got really greedy. And Ideogram was awesome, but now it's like half as good as it used to be,
right?
Without having to pay a lot of money into it.
Yeah, that's what happened to Leonardo. I was like, if you ain't paying for money, we're going to give you crap images.
Right.
All right.
I was just always curious because you always have these really cool like images.
Like for the thumbnails and stuff.
Yeah, like your thumbnails, and I want to do the same thing kind of, and I like to post stuff. So.
But anyways, the way I do the thumbnails, I think I've explained to you before, is I take a magic card of a commander and I try to describe that commander card, that imagery in AI, and see what it generates.
That's I think one of them. I think the one you did for Estrid came out damn near perfect.
Oh yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah,
which is pretty cool. The same thing.
All right, the last picture is Joe. The giraffe does not always drink coffee, but when he does it, it's at an elevated level. High. I was trying to be punful there. like the hardest part about this is I tried getting a giraffe with like a funny looking face. It just wouldn't give me a funny looking face. It kept giving me like these seriously beautiful images of giraffe. Like you want to see a giraffe? Here's a giraffe, supermodel giraffe. Looks perfect, pristine. I got lucky to have one with a cup of coffee in the picture.
Yep.
But I tried. But yeah, the joke is there. Elevated level because your drafts are tall. High because, in certain states it's legal.
Right.
Right. But anyways. All right. Whoa, I missed a lot of chat. What's up? Oh, Captain Waffles. Tybalt or not Tybalt? It's not Tybalt. It's Mad Saxon. And Tybalt put a link to Night Cafe in the chat. Nice.
Cool.
Tybalt says we're being punished. All right. But anyways, I digress. Now, I'm so behind on everything. Like so behind. Here we go. So now we got to get to the question of the day. The question of the day was brought to us by Hillbilly. And I've been so behind. It's the question of the day is still loading. There we go. So let's get to the segment.
Presented by Discord, we have the question of the day.
Question of the day. Here it is.
Hey everybody, MTG Hillbilly here. Here's the question of the day. If you was able to go to a Magic Con, but number one rule was you had to dress up as a Magic the Gathering character, who would you dress up as?
Ooh.
Wow,
So-
that's a really good question.
So if you were, the
Jesus.
only way to go to a Comic Con type place for Magic, like MagicCon, is the cosplay. Who would you cosplay as?
There's so many good options, man. Jesus.
Oh,
I-
well, go ahead.
Oh, well, I think just if I had to go off the first thing in my head, I would have to really look into it. But if I was just going off what it in my head, my favorite Planeswalker is Tezzeret, the Seeker.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do a Tezzeret. I would do some kind of one of his forms. I would do a Tezzeret cosplay.
Cool.
Captain Waffle says he'd go as Liliana. I believe that. He'd be a very masculine Liliana. All right. Who do you think you'd go as, Hillbilly?
I would go as probably I hadn't really put a good thought in this myself, and I'm the one that asked the question. Probably I want to say not a planeswalker though, but actual creature. Hank Blanket, what's his name? Probably She Holdrits, the Apocalypse.
Nah.
Whoa.
That's a very intense cosplay there, like the spider body.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Especially that version. That children was pretty awesome.
that's
Oh
pretty
yeah.
Oh man. That's sick.
Bill Austin said he'd go as Ragavan. Woo, woo, woo.
That's awesome.
Monkey pirate. Monkey pirate.
You got to carry some treasures in your pocket or something
Right.
for theme.
Have those like chocolate.
Yeah,
coins.
yeah, the big coins.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
That'd be cool for sure. So if I went to MagicCon, I would cosplay, looking at my build type, even though I got a belly bigger than my chest, I'd go dressed up as either full on out as a Johnny, because he's a big bulky dude, or Garuk. And I'm more hanging out with Garuk because I got more Scottish and Irish in me, more Scottish. And that's kind of fits the theme of the theme of my genetics there. So I'd probably go that direction,
Cool.
you know. But like, plus Groot gets to wield a big blazing axe.
That's
I mean, you know, if I could do it, I'd do it. And green is one of my favorite colors in Magic because Simic is like my favorite color pie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like somehow I'd turn Garuk into a Simic Planeswalker in the essence of being creative.
Cool.
Yeah. Wizards of the Coast. Why have you made a Simic Garuk?
Tybalt said he would go as Brian Stoutarm. That's a really good one.
Brian Stardom, nice.
Yeah.
All right, Timmy Elliott. Who would you go to a Magic Con if you had to dress as somebody?
Like a cosplay character or
Cosplay.
Planeswalker. Salmonella, what's up? And the Cane Checker says, why wouldn't you go as a dinosaur SFT?
Good question.
Well, I've thought about it, and that would be insanely crazy to have to turn corners and everything in a dinosaur costume.
You would have to go. The real question is, why wouldn't you go as any tortoise creature card or commander? Because there is, I think, a couple of tortoise legendaries, if I'm not mistaken. At least one, maybe. I don't
We
know. I could be wrong.
Well,
gotta-
Panlaza is a dinosaur commander that I like. So is Gishath, and
Get shit.
yeah. Well, you saw them the other day when I played all of them.
we got a Teferi in the chat there.
Teferi's great.
Teferi, nice.
He
Teferi
was,
is good.
he was another one that I was thinking of, but it'd be just like a different version. I think I'd probably go with like the Academy version.
Right. Captain Waffles is Captain Cannoneer.
There you go.
Speaking of Captain Waffles.
Cool.
Hi, Captain Waffles.
Hello.
Hello.
You wanted an invite. So now you're
Well,
here.
yeah, I saw the topic and I was like, I wonder if he picked that out of my video this morning.
Well, it's a topic I've been thinking about for the last weekend I've been off because the wife's on vacation. I kind of thought about it. But then when I watched your video, it kind of like cemented the idea that we should go for this. Plus, I knew there was a chance Hero was going to be on, and he likes to talk Magic, and he likes to build decks. So I'm like, it'd be interesting to get a take on this because we've kind of covered this topic before. But it's always fun to recover a topic with different point of views because everybody gets these great ideas, have these different opinions, perspectives that make everything go off. And thinking of such, you just came in time because we need to get to the next bumper of the show.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.
Moves, the strategies, and the flares. Super fast tortoise is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes.
All right. Now, we are on the topic time. Let me get to the monologue because Tortoise always has a monologue unless it's chat and chill day.
Yep.
So, what it means to be original in Magic the Gathering. Now, this whole monologue doesn't cover everything in the topic that I could discuss. I was actually in a hurry typing so I can send links out at a fashionable time. Now, is it possible? Is it something to care about? So people look at net decking as bad, but some people really suck at building decks and are good at playing the game. Like people don't know how to build decks, but they're really good at the play. And some people are vice versa, where they suck at building decks, but they're really good at playing Magic, or are really good at building decks. Or some people are really good at building decks, but make a lot of play mistakes. Now, there's a lot of people who go out look for answers online how to build decks, which is fine, right? There's no real moral ground and nothing to really care about when it comes to someone net decks or not, because as long as you're playing the game and having fun game is what counts. But what is the moral to be said here if you care about it? Now, I believe if you love Magic, build the deck whatever means possible and have the best attitude about it. Some people say it's impossible to be original anymore. Like, it's original to build your own favorite kind of deck. It's impossible to do something no one else has done before. You know, some people just say it's impossible. No, I say being original is being true to you. But as the subject goes deeper and deeper than what I said so far, let's go nuts into it and talk about it. Because, like, being original, like, one of the hardest things about being original is, like, not everybody thinks, let's build a deck about that fits my style. Look at that.
Wow, we got two bald here.
I had it. Sorry, I had it in to break your concentration. I just wanted to try the damn. Okay. Sorry.
Right. We got Hellwheeler who jumped in. Whoa, how's it going, Hellwheeler? It's like I'm still setting up.
That's a really good topic, actually.
Yeah, shaming people for net decking and elitists is bad for the game. That's right.
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree? Okay. What if you don't know how to build a deck and you want to play Magic the Gathering, Hillbilly?
You don't know how to play? That's why you should net deck.
Right.
But especially for a newer player, when they come into the game, they may not have the money to pay to get the cards that they need.
So what's your argument?
But-
Really? Like, what are you saying is?
All right, for a new player,
Mhm.
right? let's say you're a new player, you come to arena, you
Mhm.
need and you want to build a deck, but you ain't got the cards to build the deck that you want to build.
Yeah.
So, but you have the cards to net deck a deck from somebody.
Sure.
So you can net deck and be able to play the game.
Right, right.
hmm
Otherwise, you ain't going to be playing the game.
Well, I think what he's really saying, and I think he may have misunderstood what he was saying. He's not shaming people for net decking. He says when you shame people for net decking, that's being elitist.
Right, right.
Basically
Yes,
looking down
yes.
on somebody.
Right.
Right.
And I agree with
Um,
that actually. I
bad.
think anything involving putting down players for getting into the game at all at any kind of cost, I think putting down players for anything is bad. I don't think we should be doing that because we're all supposed to be inclusive. We're all supposed to help each other out. And some people just learn by copy paste. Let me see what I can do with this, and then from there you learn the deck enough to make your tweaks or whatever it is, or you realize, hey, I don't like this play style. Let me change the play style. But
Right,
it's
Mhm.
right.
everyone has a starting point, and sometimes players, I've done it before too, where they'll just take, they'll go to EDH Rec and just put everything in and just see what works, and then they go from there. It just,
Right.
nah, I think that's nothing wrong with that.
Right. And let me
There
let
was
me let me throw this in there, Ranch, right? I've been playing Magic for 20 years. 20 years this year. And there's a lot of new people who net deck.
Yep.
Now, is it fair to me to say you can't play the deck because you don't have the same experience as I do? Or should I like, and this is rhetorical, or should I just not care and just enjoy that the game level is more of a fair level? You know?
Right.
so in your monologue, you left out a group of people. You
Yeah.
left out the group of people that can build and play. And what
Right.
I'm talking about, those are your top 1%. That's your LSVs, your Matt Nass, those guys who can literally build a deck from scratch and pilot any deck at the same time. There, that is like a very rare breed, but they exist. Now, the people who are really good at playing but not building, they net deck, and there's nothing wrong with that because when decks are established, and let me use another game as an example, right? Super Smash Bros. If you play that at the competitive level, there's tier 1 characters, there are tier 2 characters, and there's tier 3 characters.
Right.
Everybody's going to play the tier 1 characters because they want to be competitive. The people who play tier 2 and tier 3 enjoy the game on a different aspect of, I really like this character and I want to play with this character. I know they're not the best character, but it's one of my favorite characters.
Right. Right.
So when it comes to deck building, if people, like you've said in the monologue, if people enjoy the game strictly just to play it, they don't care about net decking. They care about playing the cards they want to play, whether it be a 50-cent card, a 5-cent card, a $100 card. The main thing is have fun, enjoying what aspects of the game that you enjoy. I'm a competitive player. I'm going to play top tier decks. I'm going to see what the metagame is. I'm going to break things down and understand that I can build a deck to beat the meta. I've done it before. I'm not in that 1%. I get lucky. But at the
Right.
same time, I understand the mechanics and know how to pilot decks and play decks at the same time, too. So that is how I get enjoyment out of it. I know Hillbilly gets enjoyment out of playing vampires and all the other fun stuff, and I watch his streams and how he builds his decks. And it's not just, oh, let me go look and see what the top deck is and make a variation of it. No, he likes to go through and see a card and go, ooh, this looks like it might be fun.
Oh yeah.
So it's really about your enjoyment. And I think some people take it way too far.
Some people do. Kane Jaker says it doesn't matter what you build, somebody somewhere is going to think of the same deck. That is also true. But look, net decking might have been the highlighted thing I talked about, but like I said in the monologue, there's more to it.
Yep.
Because net decking is just easy to poke fun at. Like it's easy to get a stick and poke at it, right? And net decking is not really the focus because it's original Magic. One of the hardest things that's kind of hard about being in Magic is being a content creator as well.
Yep.
Like it took me, what was it, a couple years to even gain a persona, a personality on YouTube, to kind of build up a character of a tortoise on YouTube, like the whole thing? Yes. Like sometimes it's interesting how we grow and as a channel become interesting, because like one of the things that becomes hard to do is come up with creative topics. Like I'll be the first to admit, sometimes you redo a topic just for the fun of it. Sometimes you redo a topic because it's kind of easy and relaxed, or sometimes you get someone new on the show that hasn't covered your topic yet, but someone else out there, like a couple creators, have covered the topic differently in their own way. So you kind of do other things, how to be original. So the original thing is to have your own personal spin on it.
Yeah.
Like,
I think.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna like kind of piggyback on what Waffles was saying. I think, and I would just add on like sometimes players, maybe you're not good at creating the deck yourself, but you want to get better, and the only way you can get better is to play, right? So like,
Yeah.
I'll come out with decks myself, and I'll put myself on there. Like, I'll come out with an idea and like a concept of something I want to do, but
Mhm.
maybe I don't always carry it out or make all the best decisions. But I mean, the only way you can get better, practice makes perfect, right? So the only way you can get better is actually playing it out and trying it out multiple times. And I've been using Moxfield to pilot decks and stuff, and to be able to do that without actually buying any of the cards right now, or just really if I have a concept in my mind. So that's
Right.
just something. But like, not all players are like that either. They just like to just play the game, and they don't really want to think too much about what they're doing inside the deck or anything like that. So I just think we should all support all of that in general.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and one of the things with deck building, right? Like if you're somebody who watches the Pro Tour or other things, or have worked on trying to break excuse me, a metagame, I have personal experience with this where me and a bunch of friends have play tested rigorously trying to make a deck to beat the best deck in the format, and decide whether should we play the best deck in the format or can we figure out a deck to beat it, right? And we put our brains together and we look at cards, we figure things out. And this is probably like 8 years ago. We were gonna go play in a Star City Games Invitational, and Vampires was the best deck. Black Red Vampires was the absolute best deck. You either played to beat it or you played it. And so we play tested rigorously. We built probably 4 or 5 different decks trying to figure out how to beat this deck. And eventually we finally struck gold, and we figured out how to beat it with an Abzan build. And we play tested like 200 matchups, like 200 games of this deck against Vampires. And we won like 150 out of 200. The point is you're going to have failures. You're going to build a deck that you think is the bee's knees, and you're like, this is the best deck ever. And then it just absolutely gets dream crushed and raffle stomped. And you're just like, wow, that was a complete failure. But the process of just keep going, learning how to, because nobody was perfect. Leonardo da Vinci did not paint as well as he did the first time. And a bunch of other people, Mozart did not write masterpieces right away. These people perfected their craft. They worked at it. You're going to fail. You're going to make mistakes. The thing to do is learn from that and keep moving forward, because on top of that, you're going to have naysayers. You're going to have people, no matter what, are going to talk bad about your deck building or have something negative to say. Just disregard them. Do you.
That's right.
100%. Amen.
Yeah, 100% on that for sure. Because even as a content creator or a person who plays Magic, you're always going to change things up. You're always going to try something different, and not all your ideas are going to be kosher. Playing the game, doing the craft is the best way to learn. Because like you're not going to be perfect at first. You're never going to be perfect ever, but you're going to get better and better.
Yeah, I've made a bunch of standard decks on Arena, and they failed. But that ain't gonna stop me from keep trying to tweak them up to where they will work.
That's the best thing about this game, guys. Like, just being able to do that, being able to like, cool. If it's something to work, all right, cool. Let me take out 10 cards and and completely change the deck, and it may work
Mhm.
really good, but then you get to see new cards too. So like it's just so fun being able to do that,
Hmm.
and being able to experiment. And it just keeps the game, for me at least, keeps the game really fresh and always interesting.
Yep.
So I guess a way to stay original Magic is just keep playing the game and learn your play style the best. You know,
Correct.
like maybe you'll play mono red because that's the deck to play at the moment, but you'll go back to your little control shenanigans in your regular game when you can.
Yep.
TCG's asking if that's the O-ring story. No, that was not the O-ring story. What he's asking about. So that story was something else. But the O-ring story was I was at I think it was a Star City Games tournament, and I grubbed out of the main event. So I went to go play in a 1K, and the best decks at the time were Cawblade, Valakut Ramp, and like one other deck.
Right.
And I ended up playing Cawblade, but I put in 2 O-rings into the main board to go up against the Valakut matchup because Primeval Titan was like the hardest card to beat out of that deck, and O-ring would suffice to take out that threat. And so, needless to say, I ended up taking down the entire tournament and won because of the O-rings in my deck. But all of my friends at the time were laughing at me, going, "That's a terrible tech. You have no idea what you're talking about, yada, yada, yada." And I just ran with it. And then I went back and I was like, "Hey, the O-rings won me the tournament, by the way."
That's a cool story. That's a cool story. But see, it's stuff like that that teaches if it's a good or bad idea and teaches us more about things. Like I know we talked about my Jurassic Park deck, but that deck didn't come together so easily at first at all. Like at first when I started building the deck, and I still kept to the premise of the deck. When I built my 5-color Jurassic Park deck, it had to match the story. Casual, right? Very casual. Like the story emphasis. Instead of like, because when people build decks themed, like it's a dinosaur deck, it's going to do dinosaur things. When I was building the deck, I'm like, well, Jurassic Park deck is about reanimation, like reanimating and cloning, and they're about reanimating and cloning dinosaurs. So this deck, when I was building it, I had to care about reanimating dinosaurs and cloning dinosaurs, which is why the deck runs the way it does. But the deck wasn't perfect. I had to play with it and learn what cards didn't work, what cards were too expensive for what I wanted to do. I had to learn to drop down the prices of converted mana costs and stuff on certain cards. And thanks to the community, I got some good lands for the deck and got some good fixing for the deck, so the deck ran perfect as possible.
Well, not only that, everybody builds decks differently. What you think that work, I may think that will not work.
Mhm.
And you might be able to bust the card, and I may not be able to bust that card because I may not know how to.
Not yet. Not yet. With enough practice, you can find a way to break it.
Exactly.
Well,
So go ahead.
Well, go ahead, because I'm about to change it.
Well, okay. So I just wanted to throw on one more thing real quick about originality, right? Originality is like normalcy. Whatever is normal to you may not be normal to someone else. And
Right.
so whatever is original to you may not be original to someone else. But to keep that authenticity of originality, the card pool of Magic is so vast that I've had people play something and I'm like, I have never thought of that before. And
Right.
so
Exactly.
It sounded like there was more to that story.
You cut off? No, maybe.
Are you okay, Captain Waffles?
He might be working.
You might be working or probably got a call really quick.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Okay, I got a call in the middle of that, and I tried to X out of it, and I don't know why. But so where did I leave off?
Literally.
What's the last thing you guys heard? Okay, so like I said, I've seen people play things, and I've never seen it before, and to me, that's original. But to them, they're like, yeah, I've seen it 100 times. So the card pool being so vast, yes, it is quote unquote hard to be original, but at the same time, you can be, because some people have not experienced everything, especially a newer player that's coming in, and let's say they started in Murders of Karlov Manor, there is so much they haven't seen. Whereas somebody who's played since '93 might be a little bit harder to surprise them.
Right.
Mhm.
And look, being original is all about being yourself, right? You know, you like, I know it's okay to copycat someone when it comes to a deck and stuff, but you know, learn the way you learn, play the way you play. You know,
Exactly.
do that. Learn the deck. Learn the deck. You know, have fun with it.
And that's another key right there that you just mentioned. Play. The way you play a deck, I may play it different.
Well, look.
And that goes with, anybody playing.
Right. Well, there are certain ways to pilot certain decks.
Yep.
And you got to train yourself to pilot the deck the best way. Sometimes it's like playing like another player, because the way you pilot the deck.
Correct.
Understanding the deck, learning the deck helps you build decks in your own way. You're just improving yourself.
Right.
You know. So there's nothing wrong. And like I tried saying, I was trying to steer the topic off net decking earlier. Because net decking is just a small portion, right? Like, I honestly don't care if you net deck. You know, as long as you're having fun, as long as you're not trying to build just to be super powerful. Like, you know, there's that one player you and I played against the other day, a couple weeks ago, who just net decks like the most powerful decks just so they can complain that they're too powerful. I imagine, which was really ridiculous, and like, but when you're a player, you're having fun. I mean, look at Captain Waffles. Captain Waffles has some very powerful decks, right? And they're pretty good. They're very synergistic. But like the way he plays his decks, the way he builds his decks are all waffles. They're all him. Like Tom Bombadil, one of the most annoying fun decks I ever played against, because a lot of stuff he deals with are hard to deal with because they're enchantments. And trust me, I don't complain about that because I too play with enchantments. Yeah. So, but like when it comes to, we got a few minutes before we get to the next bumper. I wanted to talk about originality and personality. I want to talk about originality and how you've grown your persona on YouTube, or Twitch, or social media. How has social media grown you in your personality, in your persona of being original? Because sometimes we find ourselves copying each other, and we find different ways to do things other people are doing, but try to keep original so you're not just being a copycat. That's the fun thing about playing Commander deck games. You don't have to worry about copying someone else. You're just playing your deck and having fun.
Yep.
All right. I saw that.
I hit the wrong button. I was trying to unmute myself.
I've been playing since the 90s, and I see great ideas, cards to play with other cards and decks. Hell yeah.
I mean, my identity is not a secret. You see me in my videos. But like for instance, like when I still need to finish up some more of these, but the Cards Could Talk series is like, the originality of it is me being my stupid self and making fun of certain things, but the aspect of the copying someone else is creating some type of skit, you know, like using a skit comedy, but using my original dumb self to portray the things in it. And that's my type of comedy. I love dumb slapstick, you know, very, very just like over the top like that. So, yeah, and then when I talk about like, when I do serious content, like the video I did today, I just go in and I look at it from my perspective of like, okay, what's the information I would like to get out of this and possibly share with other people and just talk about it and maybe get a conversation going and see where other people are headed and things like that. So, I mean, that's just the way I do it. Obviously, I don't want to be someone else. My screen name is Captain Waffles, but I've had that for years since I played World of Warcraft, so I just kind of carried it over. But I love breakfast. Like that's like my favorite thing of the day, so it fits really well with me.
Right.
But I'm always just gonna be myself. Like that's my persona. Is just be real and say it like it is.
Yeah, and trust me, it's not wrong to look at other people and get inspired by people. There are times I watch YouTube videos of different people who do entirely different content, but the way they do their videos, I'm like, I really like that style of video. Like, I'll be like, I wish I could make that kind of video, or I am inspired that I want to do this kind of thing in my own video. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But, as you grow, you'll learn what works and doesn't work, like playing a magic deck. You'll learn what works and doesn't work and what fits your style and fit your persona. Sometimes you get awesome, get cool subscribers like TCG Dude, Cane Shaker, Feldy, DeLawson. Everybody's showing up in chat like Salmonella. You guys are awesome. To ball, really cool. You get really cool people. Matamonk, who's like here religiously every day. Make sure he says hello between work. Time Capsule when he shows up, when he's not controlling the multiverse.
Yeah. Well, one thing I did about the deck I ran this morning,
Yeah.
I got inspired by another content creator, but I seen run a deck similar to it. I took his deck last night, put it into Arena, changed a bunch of cards in it.
Oh yeah.
And I might have kept maybe 3 or 4 cards of his in the deck.
Right.
Then I added a bunch of my cards that I thought would work good in the deck.
Mhm.
And so it's similar to his deck, but different, but a lot different than his deck. Because I put my thoughts and opinions in on the deck that I thought that would work better.
Yeah. So that's how it works.
Yep.
All right. Now, let's go to Hero really quick. Is there anything you want to add to this?
Yeah, like well, my persona kind of it's developed over the years. I've always had this quote unquote hero like persona, like gamer tag type thing. I'm not sure where it came. Well, it started off. There's been many iterations of it, but I love comic books. I've always grown up with pretty much all DC, Marvel, really more DC, but I also grew to love Marvel too. And one of my favorite movies was Iron Man 1, the first Marvel movie in the MCU.
Right.
And I love Robert Downey Jr. as well. Then so like I've always kind of had this hero thing in my name, and there's a line at the end of the movie that he says, and he says when he's about to tell everyone that he is Iron Man, he's like, well, I haven't always been the hero type. And then he goes on and he says more. So I took that and I was like the hero type. So that was my initial name. And I kind of just took that as my persona, and it kind of evolved over the years and probably in the last couple of years to Hero Wave. And the reason why I go by that name is it combines my last name with something that I'm really big in, and I'm really big into chill synth and like synthwave type music. Just a very, if you ever Google that or YouTube it, it's a very it's a type of electronic music that's very no vocals or anything, just very like chill beats, and sometimes it has like guitars and stuff, but it's very electronic. And I'm really into that type of music. I'm into a lot of music, but that's like one of my favorite, just like chill, relax, like just throw it up type of music. And I'm also a big fan of like the 80s and like the early 2000s aesthetic, and like just like a retro wave type whatever like aesthetic. You can also Google what that means, but then I decided just to kind of combine them into like my current persona, the Hero Wave, and that's why I go by that. And in my streams, I will say I'm a very very like beginner when it comes to streaming. I don't really have a big following or anything right now. I'm hoping to grow that. In my streams, I do have that aesthetic, and when I play Arena, and I do play music of that genre in the background, so you can kind of vibe out. I'm really big on this to vibing out and listening to the music in the background while I play the game or whatever we're doing. And that's kind of like where I've developed that persona. I have had some inspirations from other content creators that are doing like kind of similar stuff. Not quite exactly what I'm doing, but like kind of combining that aspect of it and to try to see what works for me and hopefully try to make it my own one day, make it bigger and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know, a little drawn out, but that's kind of like how I got there, I guess. But yeah, but I love where I'm at right now. I'm trying to grow it, and I'm really trying to see if I can get more of a following for people that like to play Magic, but particularly like to see arena gameplay. I do a lot of brawl format, which is basically the commander format for arena. So I
Right.
get to see cool stuff there.
Yeah, it's kind of like Commander.
Yeah, it's the closest we have, I think, at this point for
Yeah.
an automatic, like for an automated game. Hopefully down the line they actually create a. I don't know if they would be able to do this by any chance, but like you actually create a commander video game, which would be really cool.
Well, if they did, it'd probably be one versus one Commander.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It'd be kind of hard to do 4 players.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Like there's a lot that we do, a lot that we go through, and you're growing. You did get one follower I know of today from
Yep.
the Lawson. Yeah.
Oh, awesome! That's
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, trying. I'm trying, but anyways. Hellwheeler, anything you want to add? You're muted. Your microphone's not on. I don't know.
Just jumping up and down, but nothing's happening.
I
Yeah.
hear.
You here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not going crazy. It is working.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
there
I
you go.
can hear.
Now you can hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, although I have all you guys American friends, I was expecting you guys to change your clocks after mine, as you did in the winter. So I didn't realize that you guys changed your clocks on Saturday. And KJ probably would have told me yesterday if he'd been able to.
Right.
So I'm a little hour behind. So I've kind of been playing catch up since I joined. So I've been more just kind of listening to your guys' thoughts, and I mean, my question chaos show. I do use things that I've learned from being on your show, seeing DJ show, other things. I don't copy it per se, but I use it
Right.
to help
Inspiration.
know inspiration to help add things or tweak things. I know it's not quite MTG card related, but
Right. Very cool. Yeah, you do look cow. That is a TCG though.
yes,
So
it is.
you do have fun with that. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, and I do like the classics of the cows and scribes. They've added more universal cut types now, and I do prefer the original as it as it's sort of classed. But I know a game has to evolve. New things have to be added.
Mm-hmm.
Just sometimes takes a bit longer to enjoy that new compared to your feelings and things on original.
Oh yeah, but and that's right. You gotta get comfortable sometimes, because like when you get into the business world and stuff, they always tell you to look to your heroes to see how they do things, so you can perfect your skills.
Exactly.
Look at the people who are already ahead of you, and people who
But
are doing
learn
good.
from their
Learn from that.
mistakes.
What?
But learn from their mistakes.
That's right.
It's all very well taking advice from them, but if you just follow them exactly and they've gone down a bad path eventually or something, you want to take the good, but just leave the bad.
There's plenty of streamers and stuff that I've followed that I do not follow anymore because a lot of things that have happened and whatnot, and it's unfortunate, but you move on from that, and yeah, you do learn from that. And a lot of that is mistakes that like, are you serious? We really did this, but but at the end of the day, it's like stuff happens and you got to move on and go forward.
All
I
right.
agree with that for sure.
Okay. All right. Now, with that in mind, we do got to roll on to the next bumper.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG 3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we game. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG 3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
All right. Now, we are back in track. Now, we're at the shill section. This is the time of day where I highlight a person, and we'll go through everybody on the list where they can talk about their channel and get their link in the description. And because he's the newest one here, we're going to throw him up on the block, Hero, to talk about his channel.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess I kind of cheated and I already talked about it a little bit. But once again, guys, like I said, my name is The Hero Wave. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch at the moment. I am still on Twitch. I'm debating if I do need to carry over to YouTube or what's better. But the reason why I stream on Twitch is because I also from time to time I play on Xbox and I stream games on Xbox, and as of right now, to stream on Xbox is only on Twitch. But I love Magic, obviously. Right now I'm doing a lot of arena, and like I said, I was playing Brawl a lot. Every now and then I'll do some what's it called, some draft or something like that. But I really do love the Brawl format just because it's the closest thing to Commander that we have. So I'm always trying out new concepts and decks in there. And Arena is fun because sometimes you get the access to cards that don't exist in card form. So it kind of adds a nice twist to the to a deck that you may normally not see. So I am hopefully I have 3 out of 4 requirements to be affiliate on Twitch. The only thing I'm missing is three viewers concurrently. So please follow, please subscribe, and check me out. And if I can get that checked off, I would definitely be able to open up to do more stuff. I would love to do streams where I have people on and give back as much as I can and just all work together to get our content out there. I would like to do like in real life Magic games with the other creators and stuff. So that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I'm pushing for right now. And I just want to thank Tortoise. Has always been really supportive, and I really appreciate everything he's already done for me and letting me be here.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
you're always welcome back whenever you're available.
yeah, I'm around. So I'm also in the Discord if y'all ever want to play a game. Yeah.
You know what you should do? Put yourself on mute and check what I just sent you on Discord.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, going on from there. Hero being amazing. We're gonna roll over to Hellwheeler.
Hey. All right, so tonight should be Simulation Tuesday night. I'm not going to say what time it is because I have no idea now as to what time it happens to be. So it should be some sort of time, midnight my time. So yeah. Otherwise, just wait for the notification of me going live. My Discord is being sorted out and doesn't have its announcement channel at the moment. So the link won't be up there. But it's coming back. And yeah. I'm not sure as to whether or not the podcast is going tomorrow. There will be some way of finding out. We will put like a tweet out or something. So it will be told at some point.
Sounds good. Hey, you'll have fun. You'll do the best. Speaking of the best, we're going to get to Captain Waffles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So, new video dropped this morning. I know it's a day early, but I think I'm going to change my schedule of when things are going to drop because I do have softball starting, so I have that to deal with. But I am working on the Waffle Academy. That should be dropping soon, hopefully. The first iteration is going to be for beginners, and then once we unlock membership, which we're 300 hours away, we will be unlocking for members only the advanced and expert levels of the academy. So really trying to push for those memberships just so I can give some better content for some people that really, really, really want it. And then also on top of that, if you haven't, go check out my book on Amazon. Currently writing the second one right now. It's a science fiction book. Just a little side pet project of mine. But other than that, just, weekly videos and or live streams on the YouTube channel, and more fun stuff coming.
More fun. And thinking of fun under the sun, now you can feel the sun touch his head. Hey, Billy.
Hey, everybody. Oh, I feel so weird with that without my hair. That's all right. The deal was I'd go bald, made 1K subs, and I did. Held up on my promise. But anyway, enough of that. Today's Tuesday. And since it's Tuesday, this afternoon is viewer battles. So if you want to play a game with me in Arena, feel free to join the stream this afternoon around 2 o'clock, where where you can challenge me to a game of Arena. That's every Tuesday afternoon. That's all I got planned for today, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
And because I never know if things change, because I never know whether I get mail in the mail or not. Never know
About the mail days. Never know. But anyways, Super Fast Tours here to remind you that you guys are awesome. I am on my Tuesday. There's no stream tonight. Wife is off tomorrow, so I don't know if there'll be a night stream tomorrow. So we might be taking tomorrow night off, but there'll be a stream in the morning. Trying to be clear about that. On Thursday, we should be back on track of our normal schedule for the rest of the week before the wife's schedule changes 100%. And we'll figure that out when we get there. With that, I want to thank everybody for being here. Everybody on the show, Hillbilly Hero, Hellwheeler, Cat the Waffles. You guys rock. You guys rule. You guys are amazing. Everybody in chat, you've been awesome and amazing. From Hero and comment. Feldy, Cane Chicker, Karma, MTG Hillbilly, you were snuck in there. TC Dude, y'all rock, y'all rule. You guys are all amazing. I want to remind you that you're all loved and someone's thinking about you out there. And if you can, make someone feel a little bit better today, because you might be the change someone needs today. You might be that change. And with that, I want to have a good day, relax, enjoy the rest of the show. I totally want to thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, 100%. Like this video as if it's your favorite kind of pizza, dude. And if you wouldn't mind, consider smashing that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Every one of these things you do helps the channel out a lot.
The moves, the strategies, and the flair. Super fast tortoise is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes. Shall shot, go. The tortoise way. He's the one to watch, the king of MTG play.